Alright, hello everybody. It is I, Granorite, and here we are with our next playthrough on Pokemon Fire Red, which is our second and final Dragon-type team. As you can see, it's going to be Salamence, Latios, Flygon, and Rayquaza, however you pronounce it. We're going to start off like we do and read some Pokemon biologies, and then we are going to go get our team up to level 8, take on our rival, and then off the pewter. Starting off here with Bagon. Knows Rock had its ability, so it doesn't take recoil damage. Pretty good attack and defense. Knows Bite and Rage right now. What do we know about Bagon? Well, Bagon is known as the Rockhead Pokemon. Stands 2 feet tall, or 0.6 meters, and it weighs 92.8 pounds, or 42.1 kilograms, and is a slow leveling rate Pokemon. Bagon is a bipedal blue reptilian Pokemon vaguely resembling a Pachycephalosaurus. It possesses a large round snout, triangular eyes, yellow circular ears similar to reptiles, and a yellow lower jaw with 2 teeth protruding upwards. 3 thick gray ridges cover the top of its head and continue downwards to cover its neck as well. There is a triangular patch of yellow on its underside, and it has stubby, digitless arms and short legs with 2 toes on each foot. Bagon lives in rough terrain with cliffs and rocks. It is spurred by a powerful desire to one day fly, and it becomes violently envious when it sees bird Pokemon in flight. Bagon leaps from high cliffs every day in doomed attempts to fly, and it vents its frustration by bashing its head into the surrounding rocks. Because of this behavior, its head has grown hard as steel, and its muscles are well developed, especially in its neck, making it strong enough to destroy a boulder in one strike. It is a solitary Pokemon that prefers not to form groups. It is thought that Bagon's dream of flight stems from genetic information, and its behavior stimulates its cells in turn to prepare for its evolution. As mentioned in the sleep style text, Bagon is sometimes seen flapping its arms while sleeping, suggesting it practices flying even in its dreams. Bagon has 4 different sleep styles: Flying Dream Sleep, Big Yawn Sleep, Fallen Sleep, and a Top Belly Sleep. In our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Bagon, Fire Red and Leaf Green both say, its steel hard head can shatter boulders, it longingly hopes for wings to grow so it can fly. Next we have Latios, who has Levitate for its ability, good stats all around because of its legendary status. No Psywave and Memento right now, which means we cannot level this up using Struggle like we could Latios because Memento knocks us out. Great. Latios is known as the Eon Pokemon, stands 6 feet 7 inches tall, or 2 meters, and weighs 132.3 pounds, or 60 kilograms. Slow leveling rate. Latios is a Pokemon with a bird-like body stylized after a plane. Its body flows slowly into a thick neck, giving it a bulky appearance. It has no legs, usually floating instead. Most of its body is blue, with white areas near its arms and a white stripe on its back that extends up to its head. Jet plane wings sit on top of its back, while 2 tall jagged fins point behind it from its rear. A red triangle marks the center of its chest, while a blue mask partially covers its face. Long ear-like fins extend from its jaws to over its head, and its eyes are red. It has 3 fingered arms with blue covering on the outside of its lower arms. Latios is a male-only species, with Latios being its female counterpart. Latios has a gentle nature and will avoid fighting whenever possible. In the anime, however, Latios has a grumpy attitude and can easily distrust humans sometimes. It can fly faster than a jet by tucking in its arms. In the 5th movie in Pokemon Adventures and in Pokemon Journeys the series, Latios has the ability Sight Sharing, which allows Latios and people around it to see exactly what Latios was seeing. Oakley has also mentioned that it can shapeshift. It prefers compassionate trainers whom it opens its heart. Latios uses telepathy to detect locations and emotions of others and can understand human speech. It can summon explosive light energy whenever an offensive situation is required. It lives by the water's edge, as seen in Pokemon Horizons, the series. Like other legendary Pokemon, Latios can be found in Pokemon Paradise Lockwa. Latios loves Latios treats made by Snacksworth, who once encountered it and followed it to its secret spot in the past. Latios can be summoned by the Eon Flute, and is the only known Pokemon capable of learning Luster Purge. In our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Latios, Fire Red and Leaf Green both say it has a docile temperament and dislikes fighting. Tucking in its forelegs, it can fly faster than a jet plane. And next we have Trapinch, who has Arena Trap for its ability, good attack and defense, currently knows Bite. Trapinch is known as the Ant Pit Pokemon. Stands 2 feet 4 inches tall, or 0.7 meters, and weighs 33.1 pounds, or 15 kilograms. Medium slow leveling rate Pokemon. Trapinch is an orange insectoid Pokemon. It has a round body with a white underside and 4 stumpy legs. It also has a proportionally large head, small black eyes with twinkle-shaped pupils, and a zigzagging mouth. Trapinch's large jaws are powerful enough to crush any boulders that gets in its way when it digs through the sand of arid deserts in which it lives. It can go a week without water or food. Instead of actively hunting prey, it digs into the sand to build its bowl or cone-shaped nest, waiting for prey to tumble inside and become trapped. When night falls, Trapinch will dig itself a spot under the sand and go to sleep. Due to the size of its head, in contrast to its small body, Trapinch will be unable to get up after flipping over onto its back, making it vulnerable to natural predators such as Sandile. As mentioned in the Sleep Style Dex, it is believed that Trapinch does in preparation for biting down on any prey that falls into its nest. That doesn't make sense to me, the way that's worded. Our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Trapinch, Fire Red and Leaf Green, says it lives in arid deserts. It makes a sloping pit trap in sand where it patiently awaits prey. And then our final Pokemon is Rayquaza, whatever you want to say. It has Airlock for its ability, so it negates weather effects. Knows Twister and Scary Face right now. Amazing stats because it's a good Pokemon. The Sky High Pokemon stands 23 feet tall, or 7 meters. Weighs 455.3 pounds, or 206.5 kilograms, and is slow leveling rate. Rayquaza is a large green serpentine Pokemon that also resembles a missile. It has red-tipped, rudder-like wings on its shoulders and down its body, and similarly patterned fins on the tip of its tail. Yellow ring-like symbols run across the length of Rayquaza's body, and it has an additional yellow ring on top of its head. Rayquaza has 2 limbs, with 3 clawed hands and 2 long, flat, horn-like structures on its head, with 2 shorter horns along its jawline. It has small yellow eyes with black pupils, prominent pink gums, and 2 discernible fangs in its upper jaw. Rayquaza is said to be an equal to both Groudon and Kyogre. Befitting its righteous nature, several millennia ago it halted their clashes and forced them back into slumber, even in their primal forms, and sealed them away in the C4 Cavern, restoring order to the nature in the process. For this, it was worshipped by the Draconic Pokemon and referred to it as Lord Rayquaza and their Dragon Lord in Pokemon Adventures, as their savior of the Hoenn region. Thanks to its weather manipulation powers, it can cancel out weather effects. It has a strong and endless desire to do heroic deeds for the Pokemon world. Rayquaza has resided in the ozone layer for millions of years, where it feeds on water, meteoroids, and other particles. It is rarely seen by people, even in flight. Its appearance is indistinguishable from that of a meteor. It is capable of breathing in outer space beyond the ozone layer. It loves Rayquaza treats made by Snacksworth, who once encountered it in the past. Rayquaza possesses a strong rivalry with the extraterrestrial mythical Pokemon Deoxys that repeatedly invades its territory on its way to the Pokemon world, with the 2 of them clashing with each other in space. It is depicted in the movie Destiny Deoxys and the games Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and Masters EX. It's the only known Pokemon capable of learning Dragon Descent, which it can't do now, and the only known Pokemon that can have Airlock as an ability. In our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Rayquaza, Fire Red and Leaf Green says it has lived for hundreds of millions of years in the ozone layer. Its flying form looks like a meteor. And we are excited to have it. We are gonna get into our grass trading now, starting with Latios, because it's gonna take the longest. because we only have Psywave until level 20, and we can't use Struggle. So we're looking for Cocoon Pokemon and Caterpies, similar to what we did for Latios. And hopefully we hit these Psywaves. It's not a fully accurate move, so the more we hit, the faster this will go. And also with the variable damage, we want high rolls instead of low rolls. What else are we doing? Defense on, I think we're doing defense on Bagon. And this is why we're doing Latios first. So, what? We're going to do special attack, special defense on Latios. I think we're doing attack and speed on Trapinch, and attack and defense on Bagon, and then HP and whatever on Rayquaza. However you want to pronounce it. And Latios would go so much faster if it just hits them. So being that we have 3 Pokemon that are slow leveling rate, and then one that's medium slow, we're definitely going to be fighting everything again, just like we did with the last team. You know, we might go back and get that, you know, hold off on that route by Fuchsia, like we always do. Go back and get it. You know, we'll skip as needed, but we will eventually get everything in. I think one more heal should do it. We don't have the running shoes yet. Up, up, up. Good deal. Alright, we're gonna get a bunch of attack on the other 3. So we'll go this way and beat up on a bunch of Mankeys. Until we get to level 8, and then we'll go beat up on our rival. So yeah, this is how it usually goes on the first episode with the grass trading. If you all are just now for the first time tuning in, lots of get everybody up so we can go take on things. Follow the same format for all the teams. Come on, Mankey, where you at? Where you at, Mankey? There you are. I think the best we can do is level 5 Mankeys. That'll get us the most experience, but we're going to take on whatever we run into. There's a level 5. Just, we'd rather get this done sooner rather than later than take forever doing this. So my gut says that powerhouse on this team is going to be Rayquaza. I just think it's going to be the strongest. Followed probably by Latios, being that they're the two legendaries. And then I think Salamence and then Flygon. But altogether, the team is going to be pretty good. Just like the last Dragon team. Oh, one more. Let's do Trapinch next. So Trapinch has a hard time running away because of its slow speed. It also doesn't deal a whole lot of damage to Mankeys because it only knows a Dark attack right now. Hopefully that changes soon. But I haven't looked at their movesets. If I have, I don't remember looking at them. Probably looked at them whenever I put them into my team tracker on my phone app. Get out of here. I guess we could also take on some, like, Rattatas and stuff with Trapinch, since we wanted to get speed. Would at least get it up right now. And then I would have to keep switching it in and out like this. Goodness. I don't want Bagon to go down. Well, but you know, Bagon went down. Even with the potion. Good deal. Oh, come on. Alright, there's Trapinch up to level 8. Now we just need to get Bagon up. And then we start making our way over to Pewter. So, evolution-wise, I think it's Bagon goes into Shelgon at 30. I'm pretty sure that it has the same evolution levels as Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite. So, it evolves into Shelgon at 30, and then Salamence at 55. But the Trapinch evolves at 35 and 45, I want to say. So we'll get Shelgon, and then Vibrava, and then Flygon, and then Salamence. Good deal. We can take out one more Mankey. And then we'll go back. Oh, I think we can take out one more now that we got the health from the level up. As long as this Rattata is in a butt. Oh, it's a butt. Well, you know. Wow. Would not let us run away for 3 tail whips to take us out with a single tackle. What a dick. Come on. We're almost there. If I could just find some more man keys. Come on, man key. Alright, we're out of rages, so let's go heal again. And then we should be able to get to level 8 off this last time. Assuming we don't get nuked by another Rattata like we did. There we go. Alright, let's go heal up to beat up on our rival. Swap Trapinch up. Keep this is saved, just in case something weird happens. But I also don't want to do that grass training again. We'll forget about it. Oh, we also need to be catching Pokemon, don't we? I'll catch them off screen while I'm training. We need to catch Pokemon. Remember, we need to get our Pokedex up to 30 Pokemon caught so that we can get the item finder. And then with the item finder, we can get the 2 leftovers. Oh, there's the miss from the sand attack. Good job, Trapinch. Ooh, sand attack. Squirtle's coming out next. Let's go to Bagon. Good critical. Are we speed tied right now? Good deal. I guess as I walk through the forest, if I come across anything that I want to catch, I can. Should probably buy some Pokeballs. Okay. Through the forest. Got Trapinch up. The biggest thing we need to worry about is, of course, getting poisoned. Oh, I did not want to take it out. You weren't supposed to critical hit that Trapinch. I was going to catch it. We want to keep Trapinch up for the Weedles. Let's go to Latios. Get it. Good deal. Alright, now let's swap up Rayquaza again. So this first episode is always short because it's always followed by a lot of grass sungling, getting the team up to level 14. Got it, come on. Alright, let's swap Latios up. Good hit. Hopefully we can take this down with 7 Psywaves. We're gonna just see, aren't we? Very nice. Grab this. Can you take it out? Yeah. Can we catch it? Nice. There's 2 caught. Good deal, Trapinch. Hope we already got one of them. Can you not take it down? Good. Can we catch it? Alright, there's our Pidgey. We can catch, what, both cocoons? a Pikachu, a Rattata, a Mankey, and a Spearow still. So we get quite a few at the beginning here. But this is where we're going to end our episode for today. We do hope you all enjoyed the episode. We'll be back tomorrow with more Pokemon. Until then, we'll see you all next time.